It's December, and that means flu season is in full swing. With the COVID-19 pandemic putting everyone on high alert once they start sniffing or coughing, you might have seen a doctor more often this year. Or maybe your colleagues are calling in sick more often with a cold. Others might say they have the flu. But the symptoms for a cold and the flu are similar. How do you know which one you've got? We spoke to doctors to find out. Catching a cold refers to getting the common cold, which is a mild, viral upper respiratory tract infection. Symptoms involve the nose, ears and throat, like a sore throat, cough, phlegm, and a runny or blocked nose. Colds are caused by many viruses, including the rhinovirus or coronaviruses. On the other hand, the flu is a specific viral respiratory infection caused by the influenza virus. It's more well known because it causes seasonal outbreaks. Seasonal flu strains are responsible for a few thousand deaths in Singapore every year. Flu symptoms usually include a high fever, body aches, and a dry cough. You might also experience runny nose and a sore throat. You might have heard someone say they've caught a chill after getting drenched in the rain. Chills are actually a symptom, and it's usually a sign that you're running a fever. While there's no scientific evidence that suggests being in a cold or wet environment increases your risk of infection, a sudden drop in temperature can weaken your immune system. But the infection still has to come from somewhere. Both the common cold and the flu are caused by viruses transmitted through air droplets from person to person. The common cold is usually milder, and complications are less severe. Flu symptoms are usually more intense and start more suddenly. Influenza can also cause more serious complications like pneumonia, inflammation of the heart or brain, and even death. But don't worry too much. Most patients with the common cold or the flu usually feel better within a week. Apart from getting enough rest, drinking enough water and eating well, patients can also take medicine to treat their symptoms. Doctors I spoke to also encourage people to take the flu vaccination every year to protect themselves against influenza. But of course, if you have severe symptoms like a very high fever, a persistent cough with breathlessness, or chest pains, you should see a doctor. High-risk patients like children under 5, elderly above 65, or those with asthma and chronic diseases should also see a doctor once they start to see symptoms.